Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the incomplete guide to Starsector. You might see that we're a few months ahead of when we left off, if you look in the upper left hand corner there, and that's because I had a bit of a snafu with OBS, and there's a pirate here attacking my fast picket. Get lost! Get out of here. Just a moment. Go kill this thing. Done. Okay. Weird. Thanks. Okay, as I was saying, I had a bit of a snafu with OBS, and when I was done recording the last episode, I opened up my folder and found that I was actually still recording. Apparently, when I had tapped the button to start recording, I tapped it too lightly, and although I used my caps lock to indicate that I'm recording or not, while the light came on, OBS had not registered the button press, and I failed to verify that. And so, yeah, I ended up recording a bunch of myself hemming and hawing and talking to myself about nothing, and didn't get anything recorded. That's real unfortunate, because last episode it wasn't an action-packed episode, it would have been a storyline episode. So I'm going to do a real brief overview of what happened last episode, or what would have happened this episode, and then we will continue as if nothing happened, and you'll all forget about it, right? Right. Perfect. Anyway, the first thing you'll notice is that we have a name for our world. Our world is now called Larch. That is from oak tree, spelled O-W-K-T-R-E-E, and that is because it is the color of larch wood in Vintage Story. If you are familiar with my other series, then you might know that my favorite wood in the game is larch. Well, generally favorite wood for most things. Anyway, on top of that, we have some names for our ships. We have Rhino the Fury, because it likes to charge. We have Elizabeth, our second hammerhead, so that we can have Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth in the same fleet. And we have Cassie, the Medusa, for the Medusa Cascade from Doctor Who. And, I forgot to mention the names, so we have Rhino from Girish Manjunath, we have Elizabeth from Decaf Sax Guy, and who is this last one? Yes, we have Cassie from Thea Nyctos. And yeah, so we have some names for our ships. I think, let's see, we're still looking for some names for something. I think someone had a name for the Atropos, and I did not write it down. I'm going to go find that. And we do need a name for a couple of our other ships, so let's go with, let's see, I think someone already named the Aurora, so let's go with our flagship. I think still needs a name. We have the Nantos Svelta, we have the Tierfing, the Drover, and we could use a name for our Enforcer. And if there are any other ships that you want to name first, I don't mind going out of order. Not a big problem. So, this episode would have been about going to Galatia, where we talked to Sebastian about a mission, the first real story mission in the Galatia quest, because we've been doing sort of like busy work to build up our reputation with Galatia and the Independents, and as Provost Baird said, to build a smokescreen. So we talked to Sebastian, who had a mission for us to totally not kidnap somebody from a Tritachyon black site down in Gamma Cormoran, a nebula. And he warned us that we might need to, or I guess he said that there was a bit of research going on about transverse jumping, and we're like, oh yeah, I can do that. And he was like, spat his drink, it was like, oh, what? So he's like, well then I guess you're all ready and good to go here then. So we actually made a detour over to here, Gamma Bascule, no, it was, Anzu, there we go. Anzu, where we had a small mission to survey a planet for some money, and it turns out this is a high danger warning, so we managed to avoid any mishaps with the remnants there. We got our mission done, and we managed to loot a research station that had a few goodies. The biggest thing in there, honestly, was this autonomous mantle borer, which will be great when we settle a planet with lots of metals and stuff that does not have the habitable tag or gas giant tag. So yes, this will give us big boosts in metals. And if we had maybe a toxic planet, and I think we do. We have a toxic planet in here? Maybe. Yeah. Oh, but you have no... you have no organics. Okay, that's fine. So we will get, I guess, probably metals from one of these planets here. Most likely this one? Not sure, but it'll work here. So that was sort of the big find there. And then we went down to the nebula down here to finish our quest here. And it was a pretty simple in and out mission. We had to avoid some patrols of mercenaries, but then we got to the planet, got our person, and we transverse jumped right out. And yeah, that was that. It was a pretty low-key episode overall, and I'm a little sad that we're missing it, but you know what? We're going to move forward. So we need to head back to Galatia to turn in our quest. So we're going to go and head in on there. And let's get this moving. So we have a researcher from the Tritachyon Black site, and we are going to go and return them to the Academy. They actually did want to be rescued. They were like, oh no, I don't want to be here anymore because we're doing bad things and it's scary. And so we came in like the knight on a white horse like we are, and we got her out. And I'm going to need to stop at a gas station here. Let's stop at... yeah, let's check and make sure we are or are not mad with him. Gemini. Oh, hey, we're welcoming. Nice. In we go. Let's see, Sphinx. We can also visit Orthrus, too. But I think Sphinx should have... ooh, we're out of supplies, yep. Yep, that was a real close call there. Okay. We'll fill up on gas some more, and how about... yeah, let's do that. Minimal, perfect. And we will sell these things. And we haven't learned the Mjolnir blueprint yet. Let's go ahead and learn that. And I think we are pretty good to go. There we go. Anything worth buying here? No, not really. Okay. I'm going to stop here, check for anything else interesting, and then, if not, we'll be on our way. Ooh. We can buy some Marines, though. Let's do it. Always buy Marines, honestly. Anything else useful here? Nothing... no, not really. I'm assuming no ships that we need. No. Ooh, that's... that wouldn't be bad. I'll hold off on that, though, for a bit. Now, actually, I do want to check back over here for the bar, which we kind of skipped here. Nope. All good. So I should mention, one thing we did find was floating out in space, there was a derelict ship that we came across, and we now have a level 7 officer. So in each playthrough of Starsector, there are 4 level 7 officers in the whole sector, and you can get them. They're just kind of hard to find, and I think if you miss them, like, they will keep coming up until you find them. And they're pretty good. You can't change their skills, so they can be a little funky. Like, we have ballistic mastery and energy weapon mastery, and aside from a very few ships, that's generally not a great combination. This might be good on the Executor from the Sindrian Diktat, because that has a good number of both energy and ballistic weapons, but in general it's kind of a weird mix, so they're often kind of ho-hum as far as captains go. let's get up here and go to Galatia. And turn in this quest. Uh-oh. Persian League is now hostile with us. Okay, that's fine. And here we are. We need to... here we go. You open comms to Academician Sebastian. Captain, thank you for returning... Sebastian freezes, then lowers his voice. For returning the, researcher. Provost Baird will be very pleased. She's restarting the hyperspace, well, I shouldn't ruin it. I am sure there'll be a proper announcement when they're all ready. Da-da! We got 91 grand for that, not too shabby. And we're going to inquire about available jobs again. Now, once you do this black site mission, you have a temporary pause on the ability to get missions. So he'll say, he taps at a datapad, let me look at what we've got lined up for you today. Oh. He puts down the datapad and looks to you, confused. It's the, Provost Baird wants to speak with you, he says. He picks up the datapad again, examines it, and puts it down. In person. As soon as possible. How about a mission? Oh no, that's quite impossible. I mean, she's, that is, I literally can't give you anything until the Provost enables your contract code again. Sebastian holds up his datapad, which practically glows with a string of bright denied codes. See? So, a landing slot has been cleared for whenever you're ready. I guess we ought to go and meet Provost Baird, huh? You find a junior academy agent pacing in the landing bay reception lounge. As soon as you enter, they spot you with a look of relief and walk quickly to meet you. Captain, thank you for coming. The Provost will see you immediately. If you would just follow me this way, thank you. The junior agent leads you through a series of back hallways and secure lifts toward the administrative suite occupied by Provost Baird at the core of the station. You are led past diamond matrix windows through which you can see vistas of the curving internal canyons of Galatia Academy Station. The light dims and you approach the front waiting room of the office of the Provost. It is filled with representatives of the most well-connected of the Persian sector, whose eyes focus on an interloper like the beam array of a Paladin PD system. The self-assured march of the junior agent seems to project the impression that you're performing some adjutant role. Your presence is immediately ignored. We enter the office. Ah, Captain Corzar. Provost Anahita Baird taps something away on her desk interface and turns to address you. I am pleased that you've come to meet with me, and for all the work you've done for my project already. She lowers her head just a degree. You didn't think I'd be wasting your time with make work, did you? She considers this for a moment. Well, there was some. Noise had to be introduced into the system to ensure that an outside observer would not immediately identify you as my agent. Which brings us to the subject I wish to discuss. Please, make yourself comfortable. Baird motions to a set of seats around a table carved from the root structure of some great tree. Hand-carved by the looks of it, the work of Luddic artisans. They do fine work, she says, whatever their misplaced devotion. She clasps her hands together, turning to business. You've proven you can be trusted. So now I ask you to take a more active role in my great work. And what is this great work? Saving the Persian sector. She is content to let the words hang in the air for a moment. I don't ask that you like me, and I won't make a sanctimonious appeal to emotion. What I ask is that you recognize, rationally, that I am pursuing a course of action unburdened by factional demands. Indeed, this will be the foremost effort to ensure the survival of our civilization from utter collapse. We will not be saved by a retreat to homesteads on fragile balls of rock, nor by an arms race which throws precious resources into the fires of interfactional squabbling. We have to reach beyond the known, develop theories that shatter all that has come before, and apply radical new technologies to ensure our survival. We must reach further and higher than the domain ever dared. As she speaks, she raises her eyes up towards some abstraction. This, you think, is something she believes in. Tell me more. Your tasks will not be so simple from here on out. I expect you to self-adapt to circumstances in pursuit of the objectives I lay out. And, she pauses for a moment, considering, before continuing in a tone colder than before. No matter what you have to do, as long as you pursue the mission goal, I will see that you are rewarded. Securing the future is worth everything. Let's see, we're Corazar, so I'm not willing to sacrifice all sense of morality for your future. Of course not. She puts on a smile that isn't exactly friendly. And I would never ask it of you. This is exactly why I want to give you so much leeway, so you can do this your way, the right way. You've shown that it works. I cannot deny the evidence in front of my eyes. My predecessor, Provost Thomas Calichor, led a series of misguided hyperspace manipulation experiments. How to put it in layman's terms. Baird looks troubled to have to do this, sighs, and speaks. Captain, your ships fly through hyperspace with special engines. The gate network of the domain was similar, but also very different. Calichor thought there might be a way to use Starship hyperdrives to reopen the gates. Obviously, it went terribly wrong, and the Galatia system was cut off from hyperspace when the jump points were disrupted beyond usability. Though we hear some yahoo found a way to cross unstable jump points, an act well beyond irresponsible considering the chance of a cascading resonance event. I apologize. This is irrelevant. What matters is that once the mess was finally cleared up, the hegemony descended on the Galatia Academy with a technological inspection fleet. They tore the place apart, arrested the heads of the hyperphysics department and several labs, and of course took Provost Calichor in for questioning. She turns away, and with little delay, sentencing. He was a fool, and too trusting, Baird says with contempt. We lost good people and good research. Scientific breakthroughs are built on the development of theory and, yes, even negative results. I need you to recover Calichor's secret archive. We need his data from that experiment, and all the others that led up to it. The hegemony will have kept it. They keep everything. Evidence, you see. We shall also need academician Scylla Caruz. She was a hyperspace physics researcher, the keystone of the theory team behind the jump point experiments. The hegemony, small-minded as they are, only arrested team leaders in the first sweep. They didn't understand that the underlying theory being tested was largely written by one particular academician who was not suitable for leadership. How can I get the Calichor archive? Following the aftermath of the Galatia experiment, the hegemony technological inspectors seized everything, all the records and data. The most direct approach would be to get access to the data vaults of the Ministry of Technology standards. They're who you might call the AI inspectors, serving that among other roles. Not trivial. She looks amused, but it's been done before. I do have an old acquaintance who has been rising quickly in the Tritachyon executive ladder. His name is Rayan Arroyo, based out of Eoko Brez. He may be compelled to assist us with a human asset on his front. I'll forward you the contact information. She taps for a moment on her desk interface. Let us say that his future career opportunities are on the line. Mention me. If you are firm but discreet, I believe you will find him more than willing to assist. Got it. I didn't ask him what he did. Okay. He compromised corporate security to advance his career over a rival. She understands the value of the deal he made with me. She almost smiles. You will find him quite cooperative once you get past his inflated sense of self-importance. Any leads on Scylla? As for the prodigy of Galatia, Baird trails off. Is that regret? The look quickly disappears. Caruz was always an odd fit. Brilliant, yes, but she had a way of being distracted with involvement in, antagonistic subcultures. Baird waves a hand, dismissing the matter as sociological fluff. Perhaps the hegemony crackdown cured her of that childish affection. Her family and presumably friends, you wonder for a moment if Baird has any of those, are from Fickenhild, in the Western S system. You could start there. Or Fickenhild? Not sure. She thinks for a moment. If you are observed looking for Caruz, you may be contacted by others who are looking for her. That could be useful. You could cut a deal, get some leads. Alternatively, her department was operating experimental packages in the Gamma Aegea system. We have detected some ongoing telemetry that suggests these instruments are still in use, though it isn't clear by whom. She taps her desk interface. I have sent you the coordinates. The Provost looks at you over spectacles. How do you want to handle this, Captain? Are you a diplomat or an explorer? Do you want to find the probes in the Gamma and Aegea system, or talk your way through this on Vikenhild? I'm going to go with the exploration path because the diplomatic path is a lot more reading, and as exciting as it is, I'm sure you'd rather see me blow up ships. We will do the exploration. Of course, you are at heart an adventurer, shall we say, aren't you? If you want to change your approach, you must let me know so I can ensure you have all the information you require. Okay. When you do find Scylla Carews, I expect her to be unwilling to cooperate. I have provided you with an encrypted message. It is a personal appeal from myself to her. It should prove persuasive. I'm sure it will. Indeed, says Baird, looking at you closely. Her trepidation is a rational response to previous events, investigations, arrests, the show trial of Galatia. But conditions have changed, and she is needed if we are to escape from stagnant local maxima. Baird turns to the window. I will call. Scylla will answer, she says. Proclamation. Da-da-da. Find the Galatia archive. Find Scylla Carews. Once you've accomplished both these missions, the project can proceed to the next phase. Baird smiles. And that's when things get exciting. That's all? That's all. I'm going to let you all read that instead of me. Okay. So at this point, once you've talked to Anahita Baird, you can go back to Alvis and ask about jobs, and he will, for now, give you more jobs. There will become a point where you will be cut off from more jobs forever. So I will let you know when that happens, so that you don't, if you're playing along, you don't end up getting stuck and needing more jobs and short on cash. So we will leave for now. And let's take a look at where we need to go for this mission. We're going to do the exploration mission first. And that would be, oh my goodness, that is way out there. Ah, holy cow, okay. Well, I guess we are going to be flying for a while. Alright, fair enough. Alright, and we could also do the Ray and Arroyo, but we're going to skip that for now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to check in with some contacts. Now, we did this last episode, or we would have done it this episode. I keep saying last episode, but it never actually happened, I guess. And I developed 2 contacts, one in the Hegemony military, and one in the Pirates in the Trades. And I'm actually going to skip this one, this medium one. We'll delete you. Goodbye. And you can have up to 5 contacts that are active at once, and they will occasionally give you missions. So we're going to go and stop by those 2 guys. We're going to check out whatever other missions are on the board, look at bounties, and we'll make a big sort of loop of this if we can. And let's take a look at exploration, pirate bases. So nothing out here yet. So let's go ahead and we'll fly around and find some missions, hopefully. And let's see what we can get. So we're going to go to Coatl, which is where our contact in the military is. And let's get rolling. Order the jump, and while we're jumping, let's pause, and we're going to check these new missions that just came in. We have a bounty that's way too big for us, and a domain error probe that's in the wrong direction. We're going somewhere out this direction, so that is a bad place to go. And here we are. So your contacts are found in the comm directory, and they'll be marked with a blue contact. You can just go in and ask if you have any work. So this guy, being military, will usually have bounties. As you increase your reputation with them and the faction, they'll give you better and better missions. And so, like, for now, he's going to give us bounties. Later on, he might start giving us, like, say, hey, we've got a spare ship. You want it for pretty cheap? And so on. So, yeah, we can ask what's available. Let's check out the targets. These are usually a lot easier marks than what you'd expect for the price. So 58,000 credits in the wrong direction for 3 ships. So super duper easy. Let's take a look at this one. This one's a bit better. It's over in the similar direction. 80,000 credits for, again, a dinky fleet. And a challenging target is actually in the best location. And look at that fleet. With 5 more ships, this is one we're taking. Absolutely. Okay, well, let's also check out the dockside bar. More military bounties. Let's see. No. No. I'm looking basically only in this direction, like down here. I'm not going to go up here, I don't think. So we're going to skip that. We have businesswoman in the booth. This is for colony stuff. We're going to skip that for now. And yep, grab some of this. Probably grab some more of this. And we're going to take a look at the map here and just see what our range is. Our range is pretty good. We will need to probably stop in Canaan and refuel, and then make our way out and back. But yeah, let's go and check out our pirate contact on done. That's the wrong system. And there's done. There we go. And away we go. Now, because we are on slightly bad terms with the pirates, I don't know that he will have much for us. I think there is some interplay between your reputation with the faction and whether or not your contacts will actually give you missions. But we can always go and try. Let's see, Hybersil is going to be, hey! Oh, because we traded. Cool. Ooh, a big base. A ship? Wow, okay. So that's that. Where was this other one? Exploration. Oh wow, that's a big reward, but we don't have a huge fleet yet. Athletic path bases are at least a step above the pirate bases. I believe that is done right there. Hey, hey. Some pirate missions. Let's see what we have here real quick. So we have something. A mining station in the exact right direction. You bet. You bet. We're taking that one. Derelict ship in the wrong direction. No, no, and no. Okay. We're going to stop right here. That's Hybersil. Transponder off, and we're going to pop on in. Hello, done. Nothing at the bar. Grab some cheap fuel. It's so-so fuel. Anything else here worth buying? No. The fleets here are pretty rough. Yeah, our ships here are pretty rough. So, contact. Let's see, do you have any work for us? Oh, he has an old freighter. Could we use it? It is a mule. It is in really rough shape. We are not going to buy that. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you know what? Let's buy it, actually. And we'll just get rid of it. It'll cost us a little bit of money, but it is not much money. Let's go ahead and buy it. Gives us some rep with him. Perfect. And no more work for us, but we'll just go ahead and sell this thing. A net loss in credits, but a net gain in reputation. So, goodbye. Perfect. Alright. Now, I'm going to spend a bit of time here. I'm going to hit Eocobres, Culan, and Sethlen. And then I'm also going to fly down to Canaan, assuming we are not hostile with the Ludic Church. No, we're not. Good. And I'll refuel there, and then we will set off for the distant corners of the sector down here. So I will see all of you when we are departing Canaan, most likely, unless anything of particular import or danger happens here, but I don't expect it to be the case. So I'll see all of you in a little bit. Transponder on. Alright, folks, we are back. As promised, we are leaving the Canaan system. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our intel here, grab our missions. Our first one is going to be right here in Dumur. And it is, let's see, orbiting a gas giant. Should be easy to find. Let's go ahead and put in a course there. And while we are on the way, I think what we'll do is I'm going to bring up a topic that someone had asked about. That someone being Decaf Sax Guy. And I want to start doing 20 questions here and there in Starsector. Now, Starsector doesn't have as many long periods of sort of me not doing anything like that I have to talk over. So our segments may be limited to transits, but we'll see what we can do. So Decaf Sax Guy asked, will you be doing 20 questions for Starsector? And I've decided that yes, we will, for questions that are directed specifically about Starsector and, most importantly, are submitted on Starsector videos. Now, what is 20 questions? 20 questions, good thing we just left there, is a little segment I do where you can ask me anything. Is it about Starsector? Is it about another game? Is it about my favorite pizza topping? What are my thoughts on the intricacies of life? My musings on how the universe is going to end, that kind of thing. And I will run into pirates, apparently. You know. Could we take them? I don't think we can. We're going to disengage. With a story point. Cha-ching. Yep. That's how we're going to do it. Anyway, as I was saying, I will answer them in a video. Keep your questions clean, of course. And of course, we are e-burning in a storm. Even though we're going slowly, we take damage, which I don't like that too much. Anyway, yep, so that is what this segment is. Oh, not again. Okay, I think you guys are okay. Phew. Anyway, that's what the segment is. And if you have any questions, leave them in a comment with the hashtag 20questions. That is questions, like questions with a K. Anyway, Decaf Sax Guy did ask a question aside from the will you do them, and that is, when should I start a colony? Well, in Starsector, it's not so important about when as how much money you have. I see we're making friends, aren't we? And you're going to want to have about 1 million credits banked before you start your first colony. And that's assuming that that colony is on a relatively low hazard planet and that you're going to go for something simple and cheap, like mining or farming. You don't want to get right into things like refining or fuel production right away. Oh my goodness. Let's turn off our transponder. Good grief. I think this is our gravity well here, our gas giant. We are going to quick save. Again, I always recommend quick saving before you go into any system, just to make sure that you don't end up hopping into some pirates and, you know, having to get knocked back to the Stone Age. Oh my. So that's interesting. That'll be something cool. And a barren world. Yeah. Anyway, so his question was about the when of colonies. Your first colony should be about 1 million credits in the bank. Now, for your later colonies, you may want more, like 2 to 3 million minimum. And even that 1 million is sort of with the understanding that you are going to need to continue acquiring more money and pumping it into your colony until you've put about 3 to 4 million in. So that's basically it. Let's do our survey. Widespread ruins. Check out the ruins. Got some okay stuff. Nothing super special. But it definitely is more about the money than about when or how far in the game you are. I actually recommend spending time in the beginning. Or over cargo capacity. What did I pick up? But I recommend spending time in the beginning of the game just doing missions for cash and not doing the story missions, because kind of if you end up starting your colonies after you've done all the story missions, then you kind of miss out on all the interesting interactions the colonies have with how you handle missions. I think it's more interesting to build your colonies as you go. I picked up a ton of this, apparently. I thought I didn't get quite that much, but okay. You know, I'll take that, and we will just dump the rest at some point. Probably like right here. So here is our mining station mission. Get our money. Take a gander at the goods. They are terrible. Just do that. And the good old double tap. It's funny, I used to find a lot more things like blueprints and such in the mining stations. I don't know if that changed or if I'm just getting unlucky lately. Let's hop down here. We are going to do our ping. There we go. Gets us a little bit more topography points. Let's check out this debris field. Got some pods, got 42 crew. Not too shabby. And is there anything else in the immediate-ish vicinity? Oh wow, my goodness, there is. Holy moly. Let's go and check it out, as long as it isn't too deep in pirate territory or something. Got a Phaeton. I could almost use one of you, but you have degraded drive fields, he will slow us down. Sorry, pal. So many debris fields here, my goodness. There must have been a big old battle. No, they're in pretty rough shape. Holy. So much space junk. Oh, there are battles going on. Wow. We might want to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to not check out all these ships because they're kind of junk ships for the most part. What do we have? Oh my goodness. We have a decent sized pirate fleet in battle. We're going to check out this planet while we're here then. Extensive ruins? Yes, please. None of those. We'll take all of this stuff. Goodbye. We have a Condor, Adventure Cruiser. What do we have? A pirate salvage fleet. They're going to win that battle, and we don't really stand to gain much from it, so we're going to just sort of skip on out of that. We'll, however, just dump you off, I think. And I want to pick these bones for fuel mostly, because we don't have a ton of fuel storage. And we're going to skip on out now. Bye, guys. Have fun duking it out. Our next destination is somewhere down here. A pirate bounty. We have 13 days to get there. It is in the Hull, or Hool star system. There we go. If it has an asteroid belt, is it a hula hoop? Yeah, we have things coming our way. Oh no. Oh, what do you want? We can't take that fleet. You want some money? Yeah, have some money, guys. So the Luddic path will... Whoa! Wait, what? You jerks! I just paid you off, and you attack me still. Well, I don't think we can take that fleet. Whew, boy. Oh boy. You know what? Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna transfer command to our big ship for now. We're gonna deploy everything with an officer first. Make sure we can get them all in the field. We're going to deploy our Condor. That'll get blown up right away. And our extra Tempest. You know what? We're all going out. Because this is a pretty dangerous one. Yeah, let's do that. We'll leave the Gremlin here. Okay, so stacking up. I'm going to take anti-missile buddy. I'm going to send our other anti-missile buddy with you. Our other anti-missile buddy with you. I want you to guard... both of you to guard our Condor. That way our carriers will stick together, hopefully. I'm going to put you with our Condor as well. And you are going to go and fly out in the middle of nowhere and just annoy people. We're going to capture these points. This will give us some command point recovery. And command points on the map, or these waypoints on the map, they are a way to influence the size of the battle. Now, we're not quite the size of battle where these come into play yet, but if this was an even larger fleet, by controlling more points, we would put a crunch on how many ships they could field. So as we whittled them down and they lost ships, they might not be able to replace them. So it is actually a great idea to control as many points on the map as possible, especially the comm relays. These give you double the points for deployment as any of the other ones do. So let's be off. Everything's all clear so far. Now I have to remember our harpoon missile here only has basically 3 shots. It's devastating, 4 missiles at once, but we only have 3 of them. Oh, okay, you did. Wow. Nice try, buddy. Gonna shut most of your stuff down. I'm not going to get in too far there. I'm going to cause some trouble. Oh, you done goofed. Let's see, how are we looking here? Okay, so most of their fleet's gone around this way. And they're still coming in. I'm going to pivot and go this direction. I want you to nix that. I want to harass you. Yes, so this guy is pretty well invincible as long as his shields stay up. So that should keep that Eradicator pretty busy for a while. Whoop! Out of the way. Let's just hop up here. We're going to annoy you. Where is my monitor? Where is my monitor? And why are you not harassing this ship, monitor? You switched roles. I don't want you up there. Ugh. This guy is going to zap us good here. Woo! I need to get out of there. Yesterday. Ooh, it's gonna hurt a lot. Oh! That was a real close one. That was bad. I did not think our monitor was going to just wander off into the void like it did. Monitor, you need to go right there. Like yesterday. In fact, go there. Yes, just go. You kind of cost my ship a whole lot of hull that it didn't need to lose. Come on. Off you go. No thank you. I'm try to vent before he closes here. Let's see if we can shut down some of his stuff. Oh, good work. Good work, my friend. How did I just fire 6 of those? I'm not sure. Shut down all of your stuff, and you can't do anything. Okay, buddy, come on. Now, it is important, actually, to try to keep shooting the same spot on a ship. Okay, so you guys are hanging out here. That's alright. This battle has kind of become a bit of a mess. But our ships are doing okay, except for you, of course. Medusa always tends to just avoid you for now. And you still can't seem to get there. Why are you so insistent on not doing what I want you to do? Go annoy him. Go, shoo. Alright, we are going to take the fight to this guy next, if we can. There we go. Now you're hurting. Off you go. So it turns out that we could, in fact, take these guys. The sad thing is I don't think we get our money back after we beat them. Okay. Nice. Let's see what else is here. A few stragglers. Okay, I don't want you actually attacking him. I just want him... Oops, not engaged now. We're not eliminated. You. There we go. That should just cause him to harass. That's fine. Okay, we don't need this many here. We're going to just nix this one. And this one. I want you to help kill him. I mean, he's doing pretty well on his own. And we will skip that. We don't need anybody else there. And let's see, I want you to help with that, because I am pretty well fried. Our ship down here, look at that. Our armor is gone. We have nothing. We have a single tail fin holding this entire ship together. So, yeah. It's bad news. Don't do that. Our monitor... Oh. Goodbye, monitor. Oh, man. Okay. How bad enough of you? My goodness. Shut down your weapons. Good night. No more shooty, please. No more shooty. Shooty bad. Goodbye. Goodbye. And goodbye. I think that should be about it. Okay. Well, that battle didn't quite go as I was hoping to. That's fine. We are going to pursue them and just wipe them out. We're going to send my ship, the Gremlin, a couple others. That should do. Ah, more got away. Okay. Our monitor took some damage, has degraded shields now, which is perfect for a monitor. Not. And I want none of their ships. Athletic Path does have a couple interesting ships, but none of these are ones that I want. The Brawler is kind of the big win if you can find one. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Gonna need the supplies to patch up. Okay. Hey, we leveled up. And one of our officers did. Which one leveled up? Just click on any of them and look for the button. Hey, Quinn. Yeah, you kind of got your ship blown up. I want to give you probably field modulation, to be honest. Yep, you're going to need some of that. Yep. Okay, so that's that. And we leveled up. I think what I'm going to do is I am trying to work up to hull restoration. I think that's pretty important. But officer management is also available. I'm going to save this for when we level up kind of in the core worlds, because we don't really have any additional officers on our roster right now. You can have more officers with you than you can command. You just can't employ them. And we don't have any more, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to get... I'm going to do makeshift equipment, because supplies are mighty expensive. This will also reduce by half the number of resources required to survey planets. Yeah, leave me alone. So, I will see all of you when we get down to where we're going, and hopefully don't run into any more Pather fleets. Alright, here we are, I'm pretty sure. Yes, and we are looking for... Let's see. Somewhere in the system. Okay. Now, our ships are probably still a little banged up. Oh no, we're okay. Medusa is, classically, still a bit banged up, but that's okay. I'm not super impressed by how this has been performing, so I might either change the ship out or change the loadout here at some point, but yeah, I've not been super stoked by how it performs. So they are somewhere here. Let's go ahead and we're going to just hop in to the outer system jump point, because it's kind of nice in the middle of everything. And we're going to see, oh my goodness, rocky metallic worlds galore. Let's take a look. We have some blips on the radar here. And this is one of the problems I have with some of these bounties, is that they're kind of hard to find sometimes. Here we go. And you can end up, especially if you are spending a while searching for them, you can end up losing the bounty if you time out on it. But ours found us first, probably thanks to our ping. It worked well for us, and they are E-burning toward us, which means they are losing a little bit of combat readiness. Hello, pirate raiders. Yep, your ships are in just as bad condition as the last group. We're going to probably stick with our little ship here. We will deploy all of our officered ships. And probably most of the rest. I'm going to try to keep our Fury out in case we need it later. Everybody else gets to go. Okay. I want you. You get you. I want the Medusa probably with you. And I want you with you. You are being a goof. Complete goof. And let's roll. That should do. You know what? I am going to... Let's try to post up like here and here. And keep like a defensive line. That can kind of help keep our fleet from getting too split up. They'll kind of leash themselves here. And they'll push a bit harder when they're stuck farther away. We're going to let the big ships with shields get into the fray first, and you are being stupid. Why are you doing this? Oh, my goodness. Alright, see ya. Oh my goodness, how are you even alive? Goodbye. Meow, I'm running away. And you can't catch me. What do you have? Yeah, I have some really cool... Whoa there, Nelly. Alright. Look all black and burned. Way to go. Yeah, buddy. Come on, dude. I want you to come and eliminate him with me. Whoop. Oh, ow, that hurt a lot, actually. Good night, buddy. Good night. Yep. Fare thee well. Have an Atropos. Oh, yeah. That's where it's at. Ho ho ho. Out of the park. Let's give this guy some exhaust, too. Hello. Pew 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 pew. I preferred if you didn't. Thank you. Oop, clunk. Did not like that too much. Are we, there we go. Just waiting for that to actually do something. Oh, come on. Alright, we're going to unleash our fleet here. I want him engaged. And I want him engaged. There we go. This actually isn't going too badly. There we go. Do-do-do. And you are going down next. Nighty-night. Ooh, wow. That actually is scary from the... My shields don't like that perspective. Hello, my dude. Your turn. Ooh. Down you go. And I think you're about to go down here too, aren't you? Yep. Nighty-night, buddy. Okay. Anybody else to take care of? No, I think we got them all. Nice. That worked out pretty darn well. We'll send... Nah, it's going to cost money. Nah. We will let them go. Any ships to think about? No, not really. And I'll take some of everything, please. Yes, thank you. Sure, why not? And we got the money, and we got some rep with our buddy. There we go. So, I think, since it has been quite a while of recording, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to call the episode there. Next episode, we are going to go and do the mission out here, finding Karuz. And then we will bring everything back to the core worlds, where we'll make contact with Rayan Arroyo for the Galatia archive. And then we will see if Provost Baird is nicer to us. Hint, she won't be. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm still sorry that I lost the footage or didn't get footage of the previous episode. And I'm going to probably need to start taking more religious backups, because I would have otherwise just reloaded an old backup and started the episode again, and you would have been none the wiser, and that would have been, I think, nicer. But as it stands, I will do that going forward, and let me know what you think in the comments. As always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.